Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 9th of July, we have new mods and we have some updates. The updates for today are as follows. Starting bottom right, we have a Seasons Geo Germany Upper Bavaria by Nom Atom FBM has had an update. The electric sliding gate by AgrarDesignAustria, the beacon that wasn't flashing when the gate opened, that has now been fixed and is. The flatbed trailer by Luca Modding has had an update. Hollandscheveld by Dutchfield, the update to that is console release. I'll be doing a map tour on that probably tomorrow. And then the Flegel ASW 271 by Lucas has had an update. No Man's Land by Alien Jim has also had an update. That has added another 22 placeables, as if there weren't enough. And the last update on that was another 50 to the original that was on there. The amount of placeables on that is amazing. So we'll have a quick look at the placeables and then we'll get back to the mod review. So going along the row of under decoration alone, I think I found 17. I'm sure a couple of these sheds, if not all three of those sheds, are. As we keep going across, the containers I think we already had, but we're going to get onto here. These flower planter boxes are new. Playground is new. Basketball court, industrial big building, industrial bridged building, industrial centrifuge, industrial clarification tank, industrial high connected building, low connected building, industrial Vapco tower, gantry building, small, medium, large building, all industrial, and industrial small tank. It's just incredible the stuff he's been added in. Absolutely amazing. So on to the first of the mods for today. We have got the Krone EasyFlow 380S. This is a pickup header for forage harvesters. This is a little bit larger than the standard in-game one. We have the EasyFlow 300, which is a 3 metre. This is a 3.8 metre wide. We have a couple of options on this. You'll find this under forage harvester headers. The standard one is there. This will use 12 slots. And we have the option of this standard or with safety equipment if you are safety conscious, which adds an extra 850 to the price. Operation, what I like about this as well, when you lift it, raise it and lower it, that little tilt on there, look. It's a little thing, but it's cool. Folding it and unfolding it puts the wheels in and out, so in for transport, out for operation. Pipes out, isn't it? So if we start the engine, turning it on, starts the rotor inside. It's nicely modelled, nicely detailed. Very nice pickup header. It's nice having it a lot of wider width. I mean, generally speaking, you'll have swaths laid out. So 3 metre, 3.8 metre wouldn't make a huge amount of difference. It is going to make a difference depending on the size of your swaths and what you've actually been swathing with. And if you're not swathing, it just gives you a much wider collection if you're going to do loose material on the ground without windrowing first. But there you go. That's by Kyosho. The Krone EasyFlow 380S. Pickup header. Moving on, we have got this. This is the Pottenger Top 280. This is by AgrarDesignAustria, Sulvanar, VertexDezign, Fabian, Gogobear. It is a windrower. It comes all folded up like so. It will use 7 slots because there's a bit of animation on this and there's a lot of detail on it too. Got a few options you can pick when you come to buy it. So if we look under, my eyesight's terrible. There we go. Windrowers, and go right to the very end. The top 280, 6,500 to buy. Like I say, 7 slots, 2.8 meters is what it'll operate out at to, and it's 30 horsepower requirement. We can change the rim color to any along that row there. Main color changes the actual central disc, or the center part of the disc, like so. And then design colour changes the actual tines themselves. We have a lighter grey or a white for the tines themselves. Then we can have it without equipment, so it's actually the attacher, so you can have it without anything. That doesn't seem to want to go any easier. So without, which just gives you the pins. With gives you the attachables with the cups on them, And then you can have it attachable like yellow galvanised, so it's kind of silver and yellow galvanised. Then we can have the logo on the top there as logo black or logo green. Those are your options. So that's how it comes. You drop it down, open it out, and you're ready for operation. Signs will gradually drop down as they go. They actually flip up. If you notice, they drop down for this bit, then they flick it all to the side and then lift up again out the way. Because around the back here, they're actually raised, around the front, they're down. That's an interesting animation on that. Very cool. There we go. Let's fold that back up again. And hop out. There you go. So that's the Pottenger Top 280, AgrarDesignAustria, Sulvanar, VertexDezign, Fabian, Gogobear. Moving on, we have got this. This is the Lizard Car Trailer Tandem. This is by Kastor 18. We recently had the single axle. This is the Tandem, the double axle version. We can have it as the bottom trailer bed. We can have it in its bale configuration like that, which puts 3 wooden sides to it, but the back open. And when you're attached to a vehicle, you can raise and lower the back ramp. I think it has straps. Oh, that's weird. Maybe it doesn't. I thought it did. Oh, there we go. Of course it does. Over the top, like so. And then if you have it with all 4 sides wooden, it increases the capacity. If you want to put loose material in it, crops, wheat, grass, whatever else you want to put in it. This you will find under trailers. Just there, 5,500 to buy. It will take all of those crop types and various different things in there, pig food and all sorts of things as well. It comes standard like that. We can change the rim colour from grey to black. Then capacity is 1,870 litres. We can have it in the bale loading wagon, which is the version I've got, or you can have it in with capacity increased to 3,420 with all 4 sides. There you go. That's the car trailer Tandem, or the car trailer Tandem by Kastor 18. Moving on, it's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally here. I know people have been asking a lot about it. This is the Keenan MechFiber 365. I don't care that it says lizards on there. I'm not interested. It's the Keenan. This is the Keenan MechFiber 365. This is by 4D modding on console. It will give it you as a lizard option because of various different licensing rules and regulations and whatnot. Incredibly detailed 4D modding stuff always is. You can always rely on that. Loads of detail. A few options on this, and when you start it all up and the various different things it does as well, there's some really nice animations on this too. We had a MechFiber on 17, didn't we? So I remember using one on Golden Days of Farming. I'm sure I did. So we'll have a look in store first. This comes under feeder wagons, under animals. So under animals, scroll across, and we get to the MechFiber 365. It's only 2,785 litres, 43,000 to buy. So compared to some of the other ones, actually it's not too bad price wise. The Trail Duo line there, which is a modded one, but it's 53 grand for 18,000 litres. So for 22,785. For 43,000 litres, that's pretty good. Options available. Tyre choices are as follows. We can have Lizard. We can have the 385 65 R22s. We can have Lizard 648s, which are more kind of balloon flotation tyres, or 560 60 R22s. Then we go back to the 385 65s. We can have Michelin balloon tyres for 60 70 R24s, or Cargo X Bib 560 45 R22.5s. Let's back up to the balloons again. So it's just the Lizard and Michelins we've got on these. Then design, we've got standard. We can have it with an added feed chute. So standard, it comes like that. And the thing about it is there's an actual bit inside that stays closed. When you come to unload, it opens up the side panel, which then opens up the auger for unloading. But you can have a side chute on there. I quite like the side chute. And then you can have on top, you can have a bale handler. So if you put in bales in, it kind of gives you these side lips that makes it a little bit easier putting round bales or square bales, whatever you want in. Or you can have both, so you can have the side chute and the bale handle, which I think is what I went for. Then as far as registration plates go, I know they're not everyone's cup of tea. You can have no registration plate, no registration plate, or, now, I'm going to put this out there now, there are loads to choose from. I'm not going to read them all out, but if you look at the menu just down there where it says design, I'll scroll across and you can see just how many there are. See? I must admit, when I got to these ones, when I got to the USA ones, when I first looked, and it went USA, Iowa, I thought, was it really going to have 50 states? Is it going to have all of them on there? But it hasn't. Not all of them, but it's got a few. So anyway, those are your options available. 105 horsepower required to run it. So I'm going to open the help menu to the side. Now, if we unfold the mixer wagon, oh, it was the doors, isn't it? Yeah. We can unfold the mixer wagon and it opens up all the front there to all the workings. So if you want to do a bit of maintenance, you can open it up and have a look, which I think is a really nice touch. It was open cover, that's what it was. So if I do open cover, L1 and side on the D-pad, that opens up that section. So like I say, when you come to do bale handing, putting bales in there, if you can do your mixes with bales, it helps keep them in where they should be going and not bouncing out all over the place. Again, nice feature. Now if we turn on the mixer wagon, it does all the mix inside, but what's great is as it goes around, look at the tines moving. The level of detail on it is incredible. Now what I've also got then is, when we come to unload, like that, unload here, that happens. Now you notice that metal sheet came down, so let's do that and look at it from inside, shall we? And now you can see the auger to the left, there. So the feeds in there are all mixing away quite happily, can't go anywhere. As soon as you do that, the auger then takes it, the mixer's pushing it onto the auger pushes it to the chute out. That level of detail is incredible, and I like it a lot. Now what we are going to do, actually, should I get them going? Hopefully, let's do a mix of total mix ration. I'm going to do my own mix because that's what I do. I'm not doing it with bales, I'm going to do it loose. I hope it's going to work loose in here, otherwise it's just going to be embarrassing. So, there we go, start filling. I'm going to start off with silage, and I need about 5,000, what do I need? 5,600 litres, I think. So, let's see how this goes. Why is that going down? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I need about 5,600 litres. What I don't need to do is leave it unloading and tip it onto the floor automatically. That was a good move. It's one of those days, isn't it? Let's go back to our silage. That's a little bit more than I need. Anyway, so that's my silage. Now I need straw, which will take me up to about 11,300 is where I want to get to. Again, gone a little bit over what I need to. It's still saying forage, so now when I put my hay in, that should then switch at some point, go lighter, and it should go total mix ration, like so. So our total mix ration is in there, it is rotating, it is mixing it, and then when I'm ready to unload, and not before, I then do my unload here when I'm going on the side of a feed trough or whatever I want to do, and it will unload like so, which I don't really want to do at the moment. But anyway, there you go. Very nice indeed. The Keenan MechFiber 365. I refuse to accept that it's lizard. But there you go. It is lizard on console. I did have someone yesterday on one of the mods say to me I'd made a mistake because I was using the wrong one. We only get the lizard version on here. There aren't two versions. If it says one thing on the Modhub, which sometimes it does, unfortunately on console we get a lizard variant of that. It's the same mod, we just get a like I say, different version of. So that's that. Let's close that off. That's by 4D Modding. Very nice indeed. Moving onwards, we've got these very peculiar looking things. Flotation devices? No. These are liquid fertilizer or herbicide extension tanks. Now these are made by SiiD Modding and Brent, I want to get it right, Elinburg. Now these it does say in the Modhub this is the required mod for this. I'll get my words out in a minute. The required mod for this is also by SiiD Modding, and it's the John Deere 7R, 8R, 8RT, 8RX 2020 US version mod pack. Now it does say as well, intended to be used on the 8RT 2018 and 2020 versions. So it's designed to be used on these tracked ones, not on the other ones. The reason being, you see those little bits there and there? These pipes here go through there. Go through those bits there and attach on as side tanks. So these are saddle tanks. And then your seeder or sprayer or whatever it is you're on the back, if you're doing liquid fertilizer, whatever it is, hooks on from the back like so. Now I've got these filled up, and for some reason when I disconnected they ended up looking like that at an angle. I'm not quite sure why they've dropped onto the floor at an angle. Now I did try to hook these up to the standard in-game 8RT and it wouldn't work. So I think it definitely has to be the SiiD modded one. So what we'll do, let's back up. Like that. Hook them up. And away we go. It does look weird, doesn't it? It reminds me of in World War II, when they were doing the landings, Normandy landings, you had some of the tanks had flotation. It looks like that, like the flotation devices on the side of tanks and stuff. But there you go. Interesting, isn't it? Something a little bit different, rather than having a tank on the front, because obviously, generally speaking, you don't have 3-point links on these normally. So having a front tank on that, an extra tank, is difficult. So an external tank here, very clever idea. Like it. So these you will find under crop protection, SideQuest 1000. These will use only 2 slots, and it comes as a pair. You have to buy them individually. Like I say, one there and one there. 3,785 litres is what it gives you extra, but weirdly on the Modhub, on the website, it does say available in 2 350 or 500 gallon high capacity side mount tanks. So I'm assuming that's the PC variant, although that does say under PS4 or under console mods. So yeah, we've got it 3,785 litres in total for the 2 tanks. 8,000 to buy. Like I say, something a bit different, isn't it? So if you're going to be doing weeding or spraying or whatever it is, side tanks. Very nice indeed. Moving on, we have got this. This is another one I like. I like it because of the size, the design, it's all very cool. Of late we have had quite a few of these BGAs by Kastor LSMC. Prices are pretty high and capacities on them, some of them are very big. We've had a whole range of them. This is the container BGA 45 kilowatts. This is a smaller version. It's container because it's got these on the side. So rather than having a kind of tank that the digestate goes into, it's done at a side container here, and you kind of tip into it. Now it's quite a narrow unload point, and the trigger is quite deep in there. So I think it's designed to be done with buckets and loaders and things like that, although you could get away with a conveyor belt, pickup conveyor into there, which will probably work incredibly well. I did it using this just to try and see if a trailer would work, and I had to back right in up to here before the trigger appeared, and then it would only work if I had it on grain door. It would tip a bit, and as the tipper tipped up, it pushed the tipper forward just enough that it knocked it out of the trigger, and then it wouldn't unload again. So if you've got a tipper that doesn't tip up, that's not a tipper then, is it? If you've got a trailer that doesn't tip up, is what I should be saying, that unloads normally and stays flat, that will probably work. You can back right up to it and you can do it with the trailer. But a tipper one, they're a little bit trickier. I'll show you what I mean. Probably would have been easier just to do that in the first place, wouldn't it? So if I go right in, it's probably not designed to do this, but go right in like that, the trigger comes up. If I start overloading the grain tank, it will unload, which it is doing now, but as soon as it pushes forward a little bit, it will stop like that, because it's now pushed away from the trigger. Which would be a lot of messing around doing that over and over and over again. So I would say conveyor belt, buckets, those kind of things, which is great. Now, this comes, where are we? This comes standard with this whole setup and this container here. This one is an additional one that you can add onto the side. Now actually I haven't tried to see how many you can add on, and when you add it on, it has a pipe on the top which kind of links over to the next one, so it makes it look like it was kind of intentionally kind of there in the first place, but that is an additional one. We'll have a look at those in a second. So I suppose potentially you could add a load of them on. Each of these have a capacity of 20,000 litres, and they will digest at 2 litres 2 litres a second? Per second. 2 litres per second, so fairly slow. So I reckon if you had multiple ones of these lined up, maybe you could get away with more and more. So let's have a look at it in the Modhub in the store. This is under placeables, it's under miscellaneous. The standard container BGA basic system is 250 grand, and like I say, it's a compact unit. It will do use your silage as well as animal remains. I'm not sure that's quite the wording they meant. Don't put animal remains in there. Filling type, it will take silage, straw, grass, hay and manure. Yeah, that's made me laugh. Didn't notice that before. So that's the basic unit, and then you've got the container BGA extension, which is 65 grand, which adds another container on the side, which is the one I was just talking about. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Will it allow me to put another one on the side? It's going to depend very much on the ground and levelling and that kind of thing. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, look. And then when you go up to it, you open the door, like so. Well, there you go. So I suppose you could just have a whole long line of them. You'd spend the whole day unloading into them. I don't know what's happening with my voice today. Hang on a second. That's better. Wow. Yeah, so that's the mod. That's what it does. It takes animal remains. Sorry, I don't mean to make it laugh. It just made me laugh. Anyway, really nicely detailed. Nice mod. I like the idea of the extensions on the side. That's really cool. That's by Kastor LSMC, which brings me on to the last of the mods for today, which is this here. And I'll be honest, I like this. I know I say that all the time, but there's some really nice features on this. This is the John Deere STS 9750 plus 630F header. What I like about it is it's a fairly small harvester, or it's a compact unit. When I say it's a small harvester, it's got a pretty good capacity for the tank. The header is a 9.5 or a 9.7, which is what comes with it, which is a pretty wide header for the size of the harvester. So I like that already. That's a nice combination. There are a few different options on this, which give it a really interesting look. That kind of tilt forward, when it starts off, it's not quite like that, but I'll show you the features in a second. Let's have a look at it in the Modhub. It's a nicely detailed mod, and it's really good visibility out the front window as well. Nice big window on that. So this you'll find under vehicles, under harvesters, the STS 9750, 137 grand for the base model, 10,570 litre tank, which is pretty good for 137 grand. When you look at other ones that, oh there we go, look, the case axial flow 7130, 10,570 litre tank, 310 grand. Same size tank, 137. That's brilliant. Slot count is 45 on that, which is a little bit high, but the case one there, that modded one, is 31. It's not horrendous. Options available. We can have the bolt carrier on the top like that, with nothing on it, no cover. The capacity doesn't change. We can have it like that has the framework on there for a cover, and the capacity still as it is, and then we can have the actual cover on there if you want the cover on it. Again, capacity doesn't change. That's just for the kind of aesthetic of it, the look of it. What I do like though, when you put that on, you've got the straps that hold the cover on. And when you drive, those straps actually move, like sway, the animation of them, because they're kind of hanging down, which, again, nice feature. Now, you can have it like this, with the old lighting 2003 model, with everything exposed like so. You can have the 2006 model, which puts that whole side section on, like that, or like that, but changes the lighting at the front to more modern kind of LED lighting, like so. Then this is where things get really, not weird's the wrong word, but so that's how it comes. So you've got wheel setup transport 0, doesn't cost any more for that. Then we go to that option, which tips the whole lot forward. So we've got wide wheels on the back, and the front stays pretty much as it is, which is interesting. Then we've got wide transport 2, which brings it down a little bit. Then we go to changing the front tyres as well, which puts them, they look almost identical size, which is unusual for a harvester. Then we go like that, which makes the back ones a little bit smaller, and then doubles on the front, and that on the back, which I think is what I went for. Doubles 2, and then back to the standard design. So there's a few options available on there for what you can do with it. It's 325 horsepower, runs at 15 miles an hour. So let's have a look. It's very, very quiet. Beacon on the top. But look at the lights, there's a light bar on there as well. Look at that. That's cool. Now when you put all those lights on, when we open the pipe up, lights on the auger, I do like that. That's always a nice feature, especially when you're doing stuff in low light and nighttime harvesting. Nice bright light on there. Other feature I really like, look at where that ends up. That's not back at 90 degrees, that is there. So when you're in cab and you look out like that, you can actually see your auger for unloading. That's a nice feature. I like that a lot. So if I put a pipe away, normally they're back there somewhere, it's not always easy to see, but having it come all the way forward to there, very nice indeed. Now this doesn't have any doors open and close, I don't think, if I recall correctly. Nope. Let's put the pipe away. Inside the cab you do sit quite forward on this, turn the lights off a second. You do sit quite forward, but visibility is good. Let's drive forward, hook the header up. Animations on pedals and the control column and those kind of things as well. Things working on the digital display to the right as well. So that's that. Nice. So that is a big header, isn't it? But it is quiet. We can unfold it, and when we unfold it, it puts the lighting out at the back. Nice little unfolding. There we go. That took a while. And then that goes like so. So the ladder moves back, that goes like that, ready for operation. We can fold that away again. Like so. Header on the header reel, as with most header reels these days. We do have some adjustment, so we can raise the header reel up and down. We can bring it in and out. Like so. Oh. I'm having an absolute mare. Come on, unfold. That is really slow to get going. Unfold. Blimey, that's slow. Fans and stuff moving on the inside, which is nice. And look at the tassels, or the straps from where that covers on. Flapping as you move, look. Again, small feature, but it's nice, I like it. It's very quiet. Even that header going, incredibly quiet. But I say, I'm liking it because it's a very compact unit considering the size, the capacity of it and the price of it, compact harvester, nice big head. I like the fact that, you know, that comes right the way forward, so visibility is good. Threshing unit just stopped moving. I just noticed those were moving actually. Yeah, there we go, look. Oh wow. That's cool. Turn that off and that all gradually slows down. Very nice indeed. There we go. That's the mods for today. I hope you found it useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. I'm off to get some throat lozenges. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.